Hello. I'll do quick quality check before we continue, so I could understand how stream is going on. Give me 1 second. I'll pick up stream on my phone and we'll see. Yeah, yesterday's stream was awful, so today's stream I took some notebook additional. It's small, but it looks like it's much more capable than my previous one, than my working one. Okay. What I could see that actually even sounded pretty stable. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. So, hello. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Looks like I need to get closer. Okay. It's on my notebook, so it's not as nice as my home camera, but at least it's something. And the funniest thing that I could actually go and click settings and configure video, and maybe even doing something like that. Too bright. Okay, let's try. Let me see how it looks on my phone. Okay, not bad, but not so bad actually. Okay, let's try with that. Yeah, it's not good lighting here, but it's fine. So welcome my stream. It's stream number 72. So yeah, glad to meet you. As usual, if you attracted by some keyword, some title, some text, most probably you can find a link to that topic you're interested in the video section below. Just open them and click. I normally add them after a few days after the stream. Right now maybe I'm about week delay, but we'll see how we could solve those issues. Okay, so probably I'm just thinking how I could set up my workplace so it would be like looks good for me. Okay, so current streams are on the next schedule, on the next plan. We have maybe around 10-15 minutes of some reflections, and then about maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15, maybe half an hour, maybe hour. Yeah, it's not so comfortable here, but in comfortable place we could spend some time to do my project, where I'm doing some crucial functionality. When we create a video, we need to add title, description, keywords, and so on. Maybe think about some slogans for ads, maybe create some text for some social platforms. So basically create video is a very big and great task, but after that you need to spend some time just to describe it and write all the text and so on and so on. Of course, maybe many creators already have some templates and they just put something. Maybe for some videos they want to really put a lot by themselves, but AI allowed to do some wise summarization, create some video chapters, fix some issues, errors, make pretty and nice text the way we like. So basically what you could give your secretary, AI should do well as well. So it's a plan, and now let's switch to the stream. So right now we have about 5 minutes past in the stream. Yeah, if someone joined and want to ask some question, just say hi. So and what is the reflection? I have some topics which are not so nice and not so simple actually to talk about, because I have some personal events when I need to maybe leave a country for a short vacation, and then I understand that looks like I need my passport, and I am citizen of Ukraine, and as you know, right now it's very hard to get any passport related let's say consulting or work around, like replacing your passport, extending a passport, and so on and so on, if you don't have your army documents up to date. And for others, like for example for my kids who live here for a pretty long time, they came here as really small kids and they grown here, and they're not citizens yet, because of course it takes some time. Even after you receive a green card, it's another 5 years when you can become a citizen. And as a result, now I couldn't get them passports or extend mine because of multiple reasons, because they couldn't have their army documents ready, because to make them they need to go to Ukraine, and you know right now it's one-way ticket. So once you go to Ukraine, you couldn't return back unless you some exempt, and exempt for men from 18 to 60 is really not much. You should have all 3 children, or be like work for government really close, or be completely incapable of fighting. And yeah, any other doesn't matter. You should go and try to kill or be killed under the Russian bombs, and so on and so on. So maybe later, when the war will end, many call that the most big dictatorship of our time. I understand that not only Ukraine is that state when it's like a big carcel, a big when I become slightly emotional, I keep forgetting the word. So basically, you like in jail, or it's course has different words. Of course, it's generally understandable, let's say, that you should wish go and kill all the Russian and die for your country, but looks like all such people already dead. And for Ukrainians who used to live outside of Ukraine for many years, they also become, let's say, victims of that situation. They should return to country and die, or they couldn't receive any services from their embassies. And at the same time, President Zelensky came to the United States and tell from UN Tribune that it's not possible to have any negotiation with Russia about stopping a war, stop killing, stop fighting, because Russia should be destroyed on the battlefield. I just reminded that Russia is nuclear power, has a nuclear bomb and everything, and so as I said maybe somewhere earlier, or I'm not saying that, but of course all that events create some thoughts, and I surely agree that war was initiated by Russia, and I don't think they did it right. Even I understand they have some reasons for that. When I put myself on some place of our leader, I understand that I don't want this place. I don't want to take any decisions which, whatever decision you take, people will die, and it's just you take one decision or another, and more people will die or less. Of course, my current psychology, I'd say that people lives matter, and from day one I thought that it should be a negotiation, especially when after first weeks of offense there are some negotiation actually started, and as far as I know, they have several rounds, and there were pretty good solution reached. Let's say that war will be stopped, most territories will come back to Ukraine, maybe like except Crimea, which will have some voting about its status maybe after the next 15 years or so. And for other territories, they will come back as with some extended state of defining some own roles, basically like state-based, like in the United States, when each state could define some roles, like in one state wheat is prohibited, in others it's okay, and so on. So those states should have ability to speak like Russian language, which, let's say, pretty natural because many people on the territory speak Russian, and some others. Their deputies should be their government, let's say, like congressmen, let's say, call it like that, could be selected to the main congress and vote for something. So the voice of this region should be heard, and so on and so on. Of course, it also requires for Ukraine to declare that it will not go to NATO, and it will be like neutral country, and also set some limits of army and supplies and army size and everything. When I see back in time to that negotiations, I mean, if I were president, of course I accept that, but it was a decision not to accept those and continue fighting, and of course I will not judge. It's not why I'm here, why I'm talking it. I'm just saying that for people who really think about or dream about taking some place of power, taking some place when you can gain a lot of power, a lot of influence, a lot of money, of course it all comes with responsibility. And when it says responsibility, it's a live example. When responsibility means you decide who will die. And do you really want that? So yeah, so it was lyrical digression. Let me remember if it's the right word for that. Where's my mouse? Okay, here it is. I said something that my mouse can be okay. So my mouse can be jump between several computers because it's like Bluetooth, and Microsoft proposed me that, and I did. So yeah, it was nice. Okay, so what we have, let's come back to our program, to our software which we want to build. We call it let me see if I'll jump on the video. Okay, looks like I jumped. I even log it into my let's say romantic developer account, and I could open project description. Cool. So now I just want to start some, let's say, some work about which development solutions we should take here. So I'll probably create another document and call it dev design, and even if it will not be created like that, probably we could copy the same styles. Okay, today is 24th. And then we go to chat GPT, and we want to receive our answers, and I just want to log in and start new chat, and just have some advice from ChatGPT what I could use, because I feel that right now ChatGPT could have even better understanding of what we need. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to project description and copy that one. Where is my overview goals? Okay. And I design like that. So let's go here and let's start our preview model. Let's write something. It's not usual keyboard. Okay, let's do like that. Hello. what we should choose. Storing the data. So So let's ask first question about database, then so about task which could take a lot of time. Developer tools, technique, and overall architecture of the project. So yeah, I put a lot of mistakes here. Yeah, probably I can make it slightly bigger. So I put the overview we wrote another day, and I ask several questions. What we should take as our storage, what we should take, what approach we should take to execute some time-consumable tasks, and general overview of the architecture. So because when I started thinking about it about a year ago, I used what I thought could allow the product in future to expand, and so on and so on. Because like Azure storage is pretty cheap and it's extendable, of course. Azure functions, you could add some money and they would execute much faster and on bigger range, so it's pretty extendable architecture. About Azure SQL Server, it's very standard thing for maintaining databases, and it could support pretty large databases. Maybe it's not the most recent. Right now I work with, it's how it's called, big data, like Spark and everything, and of course I'm thinking maybe I should use that, but yeah, it's not that task. You don't have a really big amount of data. You don't need to think about strategy of storing or processing them, because it's like very dynamic thing. You should access it, you should read, write, interact with the data. So yeah, something like that. So let's see what initial of our iteration one preview model told us. So various types of data. Yes, it understands that we will talk about videos, audio files, transcript, LLM models outputs, and some metadata which will be generated by those LLM models as well. Data storage could be approached. Azure Blob Storage for large files. Yes. cost effective for large files, easy integration, support asynchronous operation, and for all other things, database, transcripts, processing results, etc. So basically it's very similar to what I've done before. For database, it says it could be or Azure SQL database. So yeah, SQL database, something I'm aware of, and I created some database, I work with some database, I even do some optimization and all of that stuff. So even I haven't worked with classical SQL database for a long time, I think it's pretty manageable. Or Cosmos DB. It's basically database for it's no SQL database, so it doesn't support okay, I will not tell you because everything I thought it's not exactly the true, but basically it supports more data to be stored more easily, but yeah, the main purpose not to do very, let's say, structured data queries or verifying data integrity, but rather the main accent is about speed of storing and reading the data. File storage data directly in folders might seem simpler, but it lacks querying capabilities, integration features, scalability. I agree. Azure Cognitive Search for indexing, use case, index, transcript, and process text for search functionality, full text search, supports indexing of large amount of text data, can integrate with Azure AI services, enhance search features. So basically cognitive search for indexing. Okay, what about implementing long running tasks? What we see, it says that Azure Functions, Azure Durable Functions, Azure Batch Services, Azure Kubernetes Services. So let's see what it says about everything. Azure Functions. So infrastructure is low, automatically scales, support various triggers. It's why I choose them first time. So it has some execution time limit. Basically 10 minutes for consumption plan should be fine with us. Azure Durable Function, extension of Azure Functions, which allows you to write stateful workflows. So it could execute long-running tasks like be like orchestrator for something. Yes, can handle tasks that run for hours or days, can chain something, and pretty reliable. Can be triggered by multiple ways: HTTP request, queues, or scheduled timers, and use some of Azure functionality for messaging, basically for storing the state or whatever. Batch services for large-scale parallel or high-performance computing task. Okay, I think batch services is more like Windows services, but for implemented in Azure without all that Windows infrastructure. I don't know actually what is Azure batch services. And Kubernetes service, it's when you need more control over computing environment. Okay, require managing Kubernetes cluster, high operation overhead. So what about triggers? It says blob storage events, new files is uploaded. Probably it's how I implemented most of my task before. So once we upload file, something is executing. If we process file. We also put file to some different storage, and paste. We have another trigger which, okay, we have mp3. Now let's create transcript. Okay, we have created transcripts. Now we could execute our other tasks. So queue-based triggers, Azure Storage Queue, simple queue mechanism for messaging processing, Azure Service Bus, advanced messaging features like topics and subscriptions. Okay, I use very simple. I use queue-based. For when I have transcript, I just put for all tasks we have for LLMs set up. I read them from database and put queues about that task ID, for that basically file ID, and yeah, I put it into the queue and say just pick up and execute. Probably we could repeat the same because it's very similar recommendation. Modular approach. Processing service, LLM service, improve scalability, easier to maintain and deploy independently. Use 7 triggers to process and task. 222. Technology stand. Okay, it supports as Python. Maybe we should use Python after all. At least it would be a good chance to use Python. Good morning. Good morning, meow meow. Sorry if I'm not reading it right. It should be not a long chat delay if you, especially if you click live button. So if you want to tell something, please tell. I will reply. I will put my phone somewhere close. How is your morning is going? Okay, it's recommend us or Python or Node.js or C#, and also it's recommending us React, Angular or Vue.js, and yeah, maybe we will use something simpler initially. Developer tools. Okay, Visual Studio Code, it's which work good with Python as well as all Azure things. Version control Git is fine. Azure repos, it's what we will use because I have some experience with that, but of course GitHub also could be used. Azure DevOps pipelines, pretty good. And what else? Automate testing and deployment. Not sure. Automate deployment is really cool. Consistent releases. So what it's proposed, use Docker to containerize application, facilitates consistent deployment across environments. Infrastructure as code. Okay, something I need to learn about. Okay, application insights, at least I know about it. Testing, API documentation if you want, security consideration. Okay, data protection. Okay, so with Azure Functions, it's good that you could auto-scale that. Okay, machine learning AI integration used for running predefined LLM models over transcript Azure OpenAI services. Model management. Okay, workflow orchestration. Azure Logic app. Interesting. User interface and experience, responsive design. Okay. User feedback. It's nice to have. It's what my current application completely lack of. Implement notification email. Okay, actually it's also a good feature. Agile, Azure boards, documentation, wiki, summary. Data storage for large files, employ database SQL or for structured data, Azure Cognitive Search for indexing transcripts, long running task. Okay. Okay, probably we could do something like summary and just go and put into our storage into the dev design. So different colors here. Maybe I could change that theme. No, probably I could do it from somewhere here. Yeah, I'm not sure what is better. Let's it would be completely different. So give me a second, I'll have a look. So we have now about 19 minutes stream. Okay, what would be our next question? So for our next question, let's return to our document and let's see what we have for our milestones. Initial planning, create projects, agree on initial implementation ideas, complete initial task creation. Okay, we create a simple UX for authentication, implement basic house model and DB storage, so we know where to find users, their data, their files, templates, and so on. Okay, while we are in contact with our ChatGPT, let's see how it would be cool if we ask it to write good data structure for that. So, very simple question about database model. YouTube toolkit. Okay. So it will provide probably the whole schema. Yes. Good morning, good morning. Interesting that I saw some message on my... Where's my mouse? Okay. Here, but not on my OBS screen. And probably I know why it's that. Because my OBS screen is not on full screen. Okay. So let's see what it answered to us. Oh. A lot. It thought about 40 seconds. It's nice long thought for one model. Azure SQL database. or Azure database for PostgreSQL. Okay, I agree about relational database. Users, email, display name, created it, updated it, okay. Channels table. I'll do screen slightly more because it's really not much content. Channel, about YouTube channel, user ID, channel ID, primary key, and user ID is only, and YouTube channel ID. So basically it could have many YouTube channels to many users, which is good. Now YouTube channel ID, channel name, channel URL, created, updated, and only one user ID. Okay, maybe we have only one user for channel initially, which is totally fine, but then we probably need to create many for future. Yeah. Video tables, video ID, user ID, channel ID, YouTube video ID, title, description, upload date, video source, video file path, audio file path, processing status, created, updated, transcript, video ID, it's basically linked to that, original transcript, okay, text edited transcript, okay, language, created it, updated it, processing task table, task ID, video ID, task type, status, started it, completed it, error message, created, updated, LLM results table. So results ID, it's unique key, task ID for the task, result type, content, model used, string, created, updated, keywords, keyword ID, video ID, platform, keyword, created, thumbnails table, okay, promotion table, social description table, ideas table, search index table, user settings. Okay, user to channels. One user can connect multiple YouTube channels, okay, but not multiple users per channel. User videos, a user can have multiple videos. Okay, videos, transcriptions, one-to-one relationship. Okay, video processing task one-to-many, processing task LLM one-to-one, videos keywords one-to-many. Okay. Extensibility, enum fields. Okay, JSON fields. Okay. Here I'm not exactly sure. I've seen it all now. Not all. Believe me. Yeah, I don't want you to hear everything I told about, but yeah, I believe in miracles, not in the code, but in the nature, in the word. So yeah. But thanks, it was funny. Platform specific date. Okay, so yes, it has multiple tables. What I don't like here is that users table, okay, channel table, nice, video tables, good, transcript tables, nice, processing task table, perfect, LLM results table, maybe good, but all of those tables, they looks like, you know, let's imagine what we think about task. Task is something really extensible. We want to create task, and like, let's say today we want to add task to create keywords. Tomorrow we want to create task like for some, let's call channel, to create for each video task to provide titles, then description, then text. So all the task looks like very dynamic thing, and dynamically create tables on fly or just release new functionalities with all possible type of task. Maybe we will end up with that, but right now I think it's overkill. I mean, it will limit our extensibility rather than extending, correct? Yeah, so I think it's definitely we will not go with that. LLM results table is nice, and probably on UI we will process LLM results table, and for processing task table we will have also maybe task definition or something. So we could create task definition which will define expected outcome of the task, and based on the task definition and LLM results we could display to the user each task result in some expected format. I like it more. Even right now I have the only possible outcome from LLM as just string, and whatever is in the string you just copy and process further. But with the recent addition to OpenAI models like structured response, so you could specify JSON schema which will be applied to response, it's possible to make much more nicer task results definition. So what else? It would be indexing performance. Probably we will not doing any indexing as of now, because it will do automatically on primary and foreign keys. So we don't need actually ensures about it. It's done automatically if you work with, for example, Azure SQL Server. For processing status, okay, we will quickly identify what's processed, what not. In video tables, basically, I'll put more fields. I'll put, for example, channel ID. Oh, it's foreign key, it's already. Then maybe on some channels, user also is good for searching. So just limit something for user, for channel. It's very logical, correct? And then maybe I'll put something like some category or profile or something like that. But overall, not bad as for some as for some implementation of clone of intelligence, not so bad. So we will probably not do that. It's interesting, but if we will use any standard models, I don't think we have a way to improve do some feedback and improve model performance. Only if we create our own model or do some model. And let's see some example of queries. Select all videos for user, select all processing task for video, LLM results for specific type for a video, processing task for the task, and we just summary generation in LLM results for video. So we just need processing task to connect LLM results and video. Okay. And for keywords, of course, maybe if we need to do some search over the keywords over all our video, it's nice to have it as separate rows. Yes, but again, I'm thinking about not to create any specific table. Let's say table for keywords, table for titles, or for summaries, but just one table LLM results. It should be nice, and if we need to do some search, probably we'll utilize that Azure SQL Azure search. So it's overkill. SQL and NoSQL. Okay, it's even proposing us object relational mapping tool. For .NET it will be Entity Framework Core, and for implementation tips, okay, summary, next step. Okay, so what we could do, basically, I think we could, it's all our, again, project description. So all our different files, maybe we need to create new romantic developer. Oh, this keyword is not so nice. I mean, it's nice, but I need to get used to it. Okay, nice color. Let's call it Azure DevOps. Let's call it like it is. So we have our YouTube AI helper project, and what we could do, probably we could go and create some of the task, correct? So we just go and click new work item, and right now we have it's always a question how we could create those tasks. We could go from model components like database, UI, whatever, services, microservices, and so on. We could go from functionality, like, for example, uploading videos, or making transcripts, or executing LLM models, or displaying user results, or doing some analytics. We can go by milestones, like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and so on. It really depends. I saw multiple possible ways of doing that. I thought for that project we could go with some mixed approach, because we already started to think about milestones. Let's probably let's go on that approach with some milestones. Okay, work item. Maybe I'll move it closer here. So let's start with probably epic, because it's what we could do, and let's idea ready milestone. Okay, let's not add any details, and let's think what could be in that milestone. And we already know that it's agree on initial implementation ideas, complete initial task creation. What's mean initial task creation? I don't know. We just wrote it 2 days ago and I couldn't justify the description, but okay, ideas ready. Let's here create some of child task, and let's create probably child, and it would be feature, and let's call it like db structure it would be the next link. By the way, it would be automatically marked as child and feature, so it's nice. So okay, storage types classification. What it mean I will define slightly later, and because what we discussed we have okay. And for db structure, just to not lost what we have talked with our ChatGPT, let's just put it here. And what is nice, because it's in MD format, most probably no, it wouldn't be affected. Really? Come on. I think to make it affected we need, so the same thing, yeah, probably I saw it in some plugin or something. The same thing, if you go to discussion and put comments here, it will be, you know, in markdown editor. So if I put like here and then I click switch to markdown and insert hello. Okay, my small computer did the trick of hanging. Not too much text, but it decided, okay, now I want to, okay, and we switched to markup editor. Let me make smaller, because so if we now just replace the text here with everything we copied from ChatGPT. Wait. I don't understand. Let's copy that. Let's and insert once again. Let's wait. It will. No, it's, you know, it's encoded. For some reason, it's encoded everything. Of course, because it's encoded, it doesn't look nice. So, for example, if I'll just show you how, like, even one user table will look like. Okay, it's one user table. it's a new computer. I don't have anything here. Maybe I have Visual Studio or Notepad. Notepad. Yes, I have Notepad here. So if we now just control find every slash and replaces with no slash. Nice. So let's return to the thing and see how it will look like. Actually, that thing, columns, doesn't look like very cool, but yeah, anyway. So if you go here and then copy that text and return here and insert it here, you see it will look nicer. Okay, what other we can do? Let's just return here and copy as is without clicking copy at the bottom, and go back to our, and now yeah, everything looks more or less better for description, which doesn't support out of box a markdown. I always wondered why in Azure DevOps something support markdown out of box, something not, but okay. So we have DB structure, storage types, classification, and let's create maybe few other tasks. Because we defined our first milestone, and yeah, my battery is really small, so I need to yeah, finish the stream. Let's call really DevOps. Milestones and stories creation. So we'll create few milestones just to show how we could do that. So for epic 1, for idea ready milestone, I think that would be it, and based on how we will move forward, we will add more and more tasks here. Okay, with that I think I could prepare to finish my stream. So hopefully everyone, okay, now my mouse again gone somewhere. Okay, hopefully everyone have a good time of your day. What I could recommend from romantic developer, yeah, don't be too serious, be okay. Now about romance, be kind, create cozy environment around yourself, provide some of your time, energy, smiles and everything to your loved ones, and I wish you to not lose a lot of energy where it shouldn't be lost, and don't forget to look around you, to the nature, to all the nature creations, to all the nature miracles, because the most perfect software is what reflects what exists in the world. So hopefully, yeah, you will have a good time. As usual, I will stream every day around 10 PM PST. If you want to join me, join. If you have any questions, please put into chat or after the stream in the comment section. I'll start the next stream with my thoughts on your comments. See you and have a great time.